Welcome to the Spotlight Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benson. Thank you so much for finding time to be here. And today I want us to quickly look at some of the reasons why William Ruto wept. Some of us, where we come from, our cultures don't allow us to cry in public. Men don't cry in public in most of the African culture. William Ruto is a leader who has portrayed himself as a church goer, as a Christian, that we have God and we have the people and we have God. The church has been like part of his refuge, where he seeks the Christian following. He ends up quoting wrong Bible verses, as we've seen in the past. So this guy, the church is one place where he'll want the media to focus when he does something, even crying in church or giving a donation or doing anything in church, just to make the other opponents look like they do not even know the door to the church. I want to look at some of those reasons, what might have led to his cry. And apparently, if you are somebody who was born in the 80s, early somewhere mid-90s, we had a program on TV called The Rich Also Cry. What is ahead is not easy. The election is not an easy thing. William Ruto knows that this thing can go either way, and he might have more machozis, either machozi ya furaha or machozi ya huzuni if he loses. William Ruto is a charismatic leader. He knows how to seek sympathy votes. It is another form of propaganda. I can do this, it's in a style to show my people how much I've suffered on their behalf, how much I've suffered for you. Remember, Jesus wept when he eventually came to realize that this thing is real. So this is the stage where William Ruto is, trying to show his people that I've suffered for you, and this is the much this thing is affecting me. And then I tend to also think that William Ruto is in a panic or fear mode. They've been talking about leaflets that have been thrown around his stronghold, that is the Rift Valley. He's thinking that if he doesn't get all the numbers from Rift Valley as his stronghold, he might not be able to get where he's going. And apparently the Kikuyu community is now, if they end up running away from Rift Valley, it will affect his loyalty. It will affect the other Kikuyu community on the other side of Mount Kenya, who may end up not voting for him, and that is causing a lot of fear. And then he might have remembered some bad memories, things to do with the corruption scandals that have been put around him, accused of murders. So he killed Jacob Juma, he killed Kenei, he killed, even if it were you, if all those things were to be put on your shoulders, they'll bog you down. Then rigging in 2017, the way they did it with Uhuru Kenyatta, and they managed to get into the office, and now Uhuru Kenyatta is on the other side, and he knows that this thing is not easy, and they've been trying to befriend IEBC here and there, and the government is probably being too smart on them. And then another thing I tend to think is the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta and his government have been too hard on him for the last 5 years since the handshake. You see, he's been trying to say, oh, these guys, they've sidelined me. These guys have pushed me out of the government. This is what has been happening. So it is now the reality time that is dawning on him that he's got about 6 or 5 days left and they might not be in power, and he doesn't know how long that will take. So other memories that might have come to his mind is the fact that he's a hustler, he's come and sold his narrative and people have taken it. Another reason why he might have cried is fatigue. This guy has been campaigning from 2013 all along, and they thought he's won the hearts of many, and only to realize that the opinion polls are showing him as someone who is the opinion polls are now showing him that he's behind Raila Odinga. He can't believe that. So this guy is fatigued. He's used a lot of resources. He's used time, spent a lot of time on this thing and energy, being away from his family and just dedicating himself to look for this seat. He cannot believe it, that this is where he is at the moment. So those are some of the reasons why I tend to think William Ruto was emotional and he shed tears in church. Before I wind up, I want to advise the Kenyan voter that we only have 5 days to elections, and this is the best advice I can give you from this platform. Number one, reduce emotional connections to your team or to your presidential candidate. Remember, the Azimio team have lost before. Raila Odinga has lost many times. The supporters of Raila Odinga are used to losing elections. I'm particularly concerned about the supporters of William Ruto, because this is going to be the first time they are losing the presidency, and when William Ruto is contesting. Remember the other time when William Ruto was with Raila Odinga, that is when they lost in 2007. So that tells me that the people in Rift Valley have not lost a serious election and known how to manage that loss. So UDA supporters and Kenya Kwanza supporters, please take this advice seriously, in as much as the Azimio team also should take it. That another thing is, when a plane is landing, it has to reduce its speed. It cannot land with that massive speed. It will crash. So we do not want anybody to collapse, anybody to be caught unaware. That is why I'm advising that you take it easy. Take it easy, elections will come and go. And then another thing, picture yourself with that person as your president. If you are in Azimio, take a minute and picture yourself with that William Ruto is your president for 5 years, until 2027, when we'll get another opportunity to vote. If you are in Kenya Kwanza, take a moment and imagine that Raila Odinga is your president for the next 5 years. And just know how you feel. If you really feel bad, if it affects you too much, if it's raising some sugar levels in your body, kindly start going back to my first advice of reducing emotional connections. Guys, that's my take for today. Thank you so much for the people who supported me in this channel and you've subscribed. I want to ask that if you are new to this channel or you found yourself here, kindly subscribe. Thank you. Give this video a thumbs up, and if possible, share the video to your friends. May God bless you, and we wish that Kenya should have a peaceful election. That's my take for today. God bless you.